We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he returns this to the 22.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
There. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And inches.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Saquon Barkley. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 38, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of... Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he never in doubt. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
On first down, it's Samuels. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
20. 77.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score Giants 10, Steelers nothing.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If the crowd goes, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaken. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
To
Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Saquon Barkley.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. Taken in at the 22. That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
55-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff to Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
7-yard line.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Jones off the bootleg. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Yard line.
On first down, Hilliard, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The ball carrier.
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
44-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington.
Roethlisberger's pass.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Steelers.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. 20. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
First down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. On the handoff, Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Pass intended for Sterling Shepard. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was brought down by Bud.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 57 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Touchdown. James Conner, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
Steelers 25, Giants 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Good job, good job.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block, and he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 out. On the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Roethlisberger will throw. Completes it to Watt. A good pickup after the penalty. 12 yards, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
And it's 3rd down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
4th down.
Here comes Peppers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
3-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw again, Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't cut it.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. Joe Hayden on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Off the play fake. McCoy. Catch made by Slayton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. McCoy escaping the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. He's going to launch. He's got a man. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Washington.
James Washington, 98 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Steelers 39, Giants 10. Chris Boswell to kick.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Giants.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and 1.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
On second down, Samuels. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. D all day. Defense all day.
Looking to throw again on second down. McCoy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Giants on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, McCoy. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5.
Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, McCoy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down now, Hilliard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Taken down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, McCoy. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Throwing again, McCoy. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Loss on the play.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the gun, McCoy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Sterling Shepard, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments that